Hey guys, this is Chromo67 coming at you with another LEGO Star Wars review. Today I'm reviewing the Death Star Troopers set number 75034. It has 100 pieces and is ages 6 to 12. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to the minifigures. Okay guys, so the first minifigure that we're going to go over is the Imperial Guard. This is my first Imperial Guard. I'm going to remove his staff, but this is my first Imperial Guard, so I was looking forward to it. I'll go over what I think about the actual including of the Imperial Guard a little bit later, but yeah, the first things first, same cowl, I guess you want to call it, mask that we've gotten in all of the Imperial Guards before it, same red color. I don't really think it needs to be changed. I think LEGO could also utilize this if they were to do a Jedi Temple, because if you remember from the Clone Wars, they had the guys in the white robes stand up with the yellow lightsabers, like, pew. So, yeah. We actually saw these guys not too long ago in the Season 6 finale. Or, well, not finale, but the released episodes on Netflix. If you did not go and look at those, you really should, because they were really good episodes. Sorry for my voice, you guys. I'm just a little bit sick. I was sick not too long ago, so sorry for my voice. It's a little bit off today, I guess. Yeah, so next we've got the dark red, I guess the maroonish color arms. I don't think it was necessary, but it does add a little bit of extra detail to the figure. The same printing on his, I believe this is the same printing on his torso that we've always gotten. No back printing, but it's not really necessary because he's got his cape. This cape is also double-sided. On the back it's a light red, while on the inside it's a darker red. So I don't know if they're going to do this in the future, but I think they could pull off some really cool things if they continued utilizing the different colored cape. Unfortunately, we do not get a head with this, so we don't get a back head like we did on the Stormtroopers and the Battle Packs last year. His cane, it's not exactly, or not cane, his staff, it's not exactly, I think the spears that were used in the old ones were fine, but I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just a staff, it's not like it's a blaster or something, so, staff can be done in many different ways. I don't know, maybe it would have been nice to have a solid, visor like they've been doing on the Clone Troopers, redoing the design so that you have a solid visor, but it's still okay as it is. So yeah, that's the Imperial Guard, and we'll get on to the Imperial Gunner next. Okay, so the next minifigure is the Imperial Gunner. This is the first Imperial Gunner. We get 2 of these, and we also get 2 of the Imperial Guards. I forgot to mention that, but we do get 2 of these. We get 2 of the Gunners too. I'll go over what I think about those at the end, like I said earlier. He gets a shooter, just like the other 2, so, you hit the top thing if you haven't already figured it out. You shoot it, and that one on my floor. But yeah, so he has a nice printing on the front of his helmet. Definitely works well. Has a nice torso printing, sorry about that. Has belt continuation to his legs, and yeah, it cut off like on all the Clone Troopers. The utility belt looks nice, or not really utility belt, but belt looks nice. The printing does continue right and doesn't mess up. It has back printing, and it's the right back printing for this minifigure. And both of them have, I think they are actually Clone Trooper heads, except with different expressions. That's what they look like, but they have different expressions, so that's nice to give them a little bit of an individuality. And they both have the headphones, and it works very, very nicely. So for the first Imperial Gunner, sorry about that, it definitely serves its purpose very nicely. So yeah, that is the Imperial Gunner, and now on to, God, I can't say that right, Imperial Gunner. And now onto the actual set. Okay guys, so here's the actual cannon itself. It's a nice little design. I'm going to move these guys out of the way for a few minutes, but we'll bring the gunner back in a second to sit in the chair, I guess. But the cannon has a nice little design. I actually rewatched A New Hope not too long ago, and it does capture the cannons very nicely. Although I really thought that in the movie that they had the green lasers and not the red lasers, but either way, it does capture the look of it very nicely. The chair on the bottom left does rotate. Well, bottom left, bottom right, whatever. On the bottom does rotate, and it rotates a full 360 degrees, which is nicely done and very accurate. You turn it this way, it actually looks like a bird, kind of. So, yeah. I don't know what to think about that, but it looks like a little bird. And, yeah, so this thing doesn't really do much. For a second I thought it was going to move it up and down. I really should research these sets before I do a review, shouldn't I? But you push it, it's a flick fire missile. Did know that. So yeah, flick fire missile. It comes out of the top. Down here these do not flick, but that's okay. I really think that it would have been nicer if they had put one of those spring-loaded shooters up here instead of a flick fire missile, but this does work nicely. Transparent red piece, or red circular piece up here. And yeah, it does really exactly what it needs to do. It goes this way, and then you can just move the whole thing if you want to turn it this way. So yeah, that's pretty much the cannon itself. Yeah, so I do recommend you to buy this, especially if you're going to do like some sort of Death Star kind of mock, because it does work nicely in that. So yeah, now onto my actual thoughts of the set, the box, and the instruction manual. And before I forget, you guys, here's what it looks like with the Imperial Gunner. Works really nicely. The only problem is, where's the control panel? Is he just like using this with his mind? He needs kind of some sort of computer, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so now onto the box. So the box works really nice. It's a nice little action shot up here. It gives you the general information. All the pictures work nicely. This is flicking just like it would, I guess. The new Darth Vader logo and the Star Wars Episode 3 kind of coloration. The new blaster representing the actual size comparison. On the back we've got, all the features that I've showed you. The rotation, the blasters. Sorry about that, I got some minifigures over there. We got Emmett. Booyah. I'll show him later. But in some sort of update I'll have to show him. But yeah, so nice little action shots. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the box. Now onto the instruction manual. So the instruction manual, and that's a light by the way, but now onto the instruction manual. Same little action shot, normal little instruction manual. Only 22 pages, so yeah, piece count, features, LegoStarWars.com kid that we've gotten for, I don't know, been a year or something. A little minifigure scratch-off list, I guess, or check-off list. The sets, except for the police gunship, I believe. I know there's one I'm missing, but the police gunship, he's not on there. And one of the other sets will not be on there. Oh, the microfighter sets. And then the same kid that we've had on there for years and years and years. I wonder if this kid even, buys Lego. Could you imagine just, buying Lego and then, seeing your face on the back of it? That'd be interesting, right? So, yeah, now onto the actual thoughts of the set. I think this set does really nicely for a little battle pack. The only problem that I have with it is... sorry, box the wrong way. The only problem I really have with it is that it's a Death Star Troopers battle pack, yet it comes with gunners and an Imperial Guard. If it's going to be a Death Star Troopers battle pack, wouldn't it have, a Stormtrooper or a... I mean, yeah, it's nice to have these, but there's only, 10 of these in, all the movies. He just fell. So, I mean, these aren't very common. I keep dropping stuff. This is not very common for, the movies. So, I don't think 2 of these was necessary, maybe 1. There's only a few gunners ever shown. There's only 4 or something that are actually shown in the whole trilogy. So, I don't really understand the need for these 2. And he keeps falling. But I think that what have made this nice is 1 gunner to pilot this thing, 1 guard maybe, and then a TIE fighter pilot and a stormtrooper, because that would be the ones that are in episode 4. Not really this guy, but in episode 4 you'd have the gunner, the stormtrooper, and the TIE fighter pilot. But yeah, and maybe instead of this guy, since we're getting the, whatever it's called, Star Destroyer in summer, maybe if we had a Imperial officer or something to go along with it. But that's just my thoughts on what it could be. I think the cannon definitely works very nicely for what it is. And yeah, so that's pretty much the end of this review, and I will see you guys in the next video. Catch you then, guys. Bye.